Thank you so much for joining. And I'm so excited to share your story because you have such a passion and vigor for life and you've done so much. And, and I'm also really excited about what your career choice has been because it has been such a unique situation to say, how can we heal the gut and travel the world all at the same time? Can you tell everyone what you do for a living?
So I'm a flight attendant with American Airlines. And the most difficult thing for me was being able to get my diet together the way you suggested I should and have all the food options that I needed to use and fly at the same time because, without what are they called, NutriBullets, and without proper refrigeration and not being able to carry fresh produce with me because I was always on airplanes, etc., has been a major challenge.
That was your job. That was your livelihood. You had to figure it out. And we went to great lengths to figure that out. But let's talk about what was going on before. Looking back on our notes here, what were some of the symptoms that you were dealing with prior? Like, symptom-wise.
I literally just woke up one day. I mean, when I didn't wake up, I was actually going to stay with a friend of mine in Chicago, in the city, and I got these incredible stomach cramps. And I said to my other friend, "You better get me to the pharmacy. I need to get some Imodium. I feel like I'm gonna, I've got a terrible stomach cramps, and I feel like maybe I've got a stomach bug."
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And from then on, I just went downhill. I mean, I literally developed the worst diarrhea ever in my life. And there were times when I was going to the bathroom 15 times in 24 hours. Yep. And it went on for months and months and months. And I was losing weight and my hair was falling out and I was such a mess. I was such a mess. And I just didn't know what the heck to do. I was taking a lot of probiotics. I was researching because I'm very anti-drugs, very anti-doctors. And I don't even know, I can't even remember how I found you, Dane. I must have found you somehow on the internet. Yeah. And I mean, you were like my lifeline because when I found you, that's when everything turned around for me. I was able to seriously start looking at my diet and, you told me what to cut out and I went off dairy, I went off sugar, I went off all of that stuff. And I don't know how I controlled it, but I mean, I used to take loads of Imodium, get on a plane and just pray for the best. But if I needed to go to the bathroom, I just did, There was nothing I could do. I was flying, it was my job. I did the training like that. So, but I think I only met you after I was finished training. And I was really, but I do have to say one thing, that apart from all the diet and everything I did with you, it was the holistic approach that appealed to me the most. And I have to say that I honestly believe that there was so much prayer involved. Yeah. So much spiritual healing that I've done. I've since then done a lot of spiritual cleansing. Yep. And that was a very important part of my healing. There's no question about it.
Let me ask you this. When did all this start? How old were you when all this started?
I was 65.
65. And prior, your entire life, did you have issues like this?
Never ever had I been sick a day. I don't even get colds and flu. And I can tell you now that I've been flying with American for 2 years since I've been in this country because I've only been here 3 years. Yep. This is where I picked up the parasite in the United States. I have to tell you that I have lived on airplanes and I'm based in Chicago. So I'm in a little metal tube every day of my life with people coughing, sneezing through 2 winters, and I have not been ill once. I've not had a cold, I've not had a sore throat, I've not had flu, nothing. That is how healthy I am. So this hit me, and it was like the biggest smack because I've also been, I gymmed for 37 years, 5 days a week, my whole life. I've been the healthiest person in the world, and suddenly this just hit me.
I remember looking at your GI map and your beneficial bacteria looked very good. And we started getting results. At first, I remember at the beginning was like, oh, I can't do this. I'm losing more weight. I'm tired. I'm hungry. This isn't going to work. And then boom, you started getting those results. And a few months later, what happened? How many times are you going to the bathroom now?
Like anybody else, once a day.
Once, completely normal.
And sometimes I even miss a day.
And sometimes you even miss a day. And what about any cramping, pain, urgency, blood? Nothing. And what about your weight gain?
My weight gain, I've gained about 20 pounds. So I'm almost back to normal now. And in fact, I've just been home to South Africa for a month.
Yep.
And I think I put on, in the first 2 weeks, the food was so incredible, and it's also organic and healthy, and everybody cooks fresh every day, and it was just amazing. I think I put on like 4 kilos or something.
And that's what really S.H.I.E.L.D is about, is having the ability to, but choosing that you want something higher for yourself. It's not that you can't, it's that you don't want to. I can too. I can have a glass of wine, I can have a cookie, I can have all that stuff, but I usually choose not to. On occasion I do, but I usually choose not to because it's not part of where I want to go and who I want to become. What did the doctors want to do? What was their strategy for you?
So their strategy was steroids, obviously, for a couple of months or whatever. And I have to tell you, Dane, that at one stage I was really bad. I had ended up in the emergency room because I was so weak because I'd lost so much weight. And I did go on a dose of steroids for only a month, but then but it was supposed to fix me, and it didn't fix me at all. And I mean, the minute I came off them, I went, it all flared up again. And then I read up about it, and I remember reading that you just don't take steroids and then go and then stop. You need to wean yourself off them, which the doctors don't tell you. And I'm so anti-drugs anyway. So I stopped all that, and I just went on my merry way. And I tell you what's happened, what I think was so fantastic about you and your whole program is the fact that it prepared me to be incredibly aware of what I could do and that I do. And listen, I know that I'm really fine, but I also know that at any stage I could have a flare up. So I don't just take this for granted now and just go mad and do whatever.
Natural healing, would you recommend it to others who are in?
Absolutely. Oh God, it's the only way. It's the only way. I really don't think that the doctor's route is the one to take, because it's also, all they do is suppress the symptoms and never ever get to the root of the problem, and it's definitely diet related, and it is definitely a whole spiritual side to it as well. I mean, I think you need to meditate, pray, be thankful, be grateful, and look after your mind and your body. I say affirmations every single day of my life. Every day of my life I wake up and I have 6 life calls that I say, and I have all these affirmations, and I'm grateful, and I sit in gratitude, and I thank God every day for healing me and helping me to find the way to heal.
Absolutely. All right, Gail, thanks so much. You were a blessing, and I've loved working with you. Thank you.
Oh, it's been great, Dane, and thank you so much, because without you, I don't think I would have found the right path, for me.